All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back with another video. More work with least common multiple. So our example here for this video, let me write the numbers a little bigger so you can see them. We have to find the least common multiple between 2 and 4. So, again, other students have previously asked me, how many multiples do I write? How do I know when to stop? My suggestion, write 5 multiples for each number. 5 multiples for each number. If you are able to find some common multiples after writing the first 5 for each number, you can stop there. If you don't see any multiples in common, then do another 5 multiples. You can keep going. All right, so I'm going to start off. We have 2 and 4, so I'm going to write down, I'm going to skip count by 2s and thereby write the first 5 multiples that I have for the number 2. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, now that's the first 5 multiples for the number 2. Now I'm going to skip count by 4s and write my first 5 multiples for the number 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Let me put commas in between different numbers so there we go. All right. Now, as you can see, 2 and 4 have more than one multiple in common, right? Four is both a multiple of 4 and a multiple of 2. 8 is both a multiple of 4 and a multiple of 2. So we have 2 different multiples in common between 2 and 4 so far, just by writing down the first 5 multiples. Which one is the least common multiple? Well, the least common multiple is always the smallest number that we have in common. So the smallest multiple that we have in common between the two numbers is the least common multiple. Now, even though 2 and 4 have both 8 and 4 in common, 4 is smaller than 8. So the least common multiple for 2 and 4 would be 4. All right, now let's do another example. Now let's say, so far all of my examples have been common multiples between 2 numbers. Let's say we have to find the least common multiple between 3 numbers. Let's say we have to find the least common multiple between 2, 4, and 5. So let's say we have to find the least common multiple between 3 numbers instead of 2. Let's just say that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, but now this time we are going to do multiples for the 3 different numbers. So what I'm going to do is, I like this chart. Make 3 columns here. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So 2, 4, and 5. So now we have to find the least common multiple for 2, 4, and 5, the least common multiple for all 3 numbers. So if we find a multiple that 4 and 5 have in common, but 2 does not have in common, it does not work. If we find a multiple that 2 and 4 have in common, but 5 doesn't have that multiple, it does not work. It's got to be a multiple that all 3 numbers have in common. But as always, we're going to start out by skip counting and counting the first 5 multiples. So we'll start out with multiples of 2. Here we go. You ready? Let's get into it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we have our first 5 multiples for the number 2. Now I'm going to do multiples of 4. Ready? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Now, time for multiples of 5. 5, 10. Let me make a better 0 on that 10. Don't know what we're doing here. 15, 20, 25. So far, do we have any multiples in common? That is the question. So far, we do not have any multiples that all 3 numbers have in common. The number 4, 2 and 4 have the number 4 in common. 4 is a multiple of 2 and 4, but it's not a multiple of 5, so that doesn't work. 2 and 5 have the multiple 10 in common, but the number 4, 10 is not a multiple of 4, so that does not work. So far, we have to keep going. So I'm going to make 5 more multiples, and we'll see if we have a common multiple here. All right. So 5 more multiples for the number 2. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. All right. So I just made 5 more multiples for 2. Now multiples of 4. I'm going to keep counting by 4s. So I left off at 20. Now 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. All right, so now I'm going to do 5 more multiples for the number 5. So I left off at 25. I'm going to keep going. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All right, so now I have now written 5 more multiples for each number. Now looking through, let me see if I have any numbers in common for all 3. So I see 5 and 4. We got one. We got one. The number 5 has a 20 in common. The number 20 is a multiple of 5. 20 is a multiple of 4. And 20 is a multiple of 2. So we finally found the least common multiple. Finally found it. So 20 would be the least common multiple between 2, 4, and 5. Now, if we kept skip counting, if we kept counting by 2s, we would find more common multiples. Now, 20 is not the only common multiple between 2, 4, and 5, but 20 is the smallest common multiple between 2, 4, and 5. It is the least common multiple between 2, 4, and 5. So, well, I don't know why I rewrote 2, 4, and 5 up there. So the least common multiple for 2, 4, and 5 is 20. I'm going to leave that on the page, let that marinate for a second. All right, so that is my video for right now. I am going to end this video with a dunk, and we are going to call it a day. I hope this video was helpful. And again, if I kept skip counting, we would find that 40 is also a common multiple between 4, 5, and 2. 60 would be another common multiple between 4, 5, and 2. There's other multiples in common, but 20 is the least common multiple. 20 is the smallest number that these three have in common. Just wanted to reiterate that. All right. So now I'm going to get the basketball. I'm going to throw down a few dunks. Healthy body, healthy mind. All this math that we do, it's healthy for our mind. But working out, playing sports, exercising is healthy for the body. It's good to do both. Let me tell you something about health. Health is a complete state of physical, mental, social, emotional, and spiritual well-being. It is not merely the absence of disease. Remember that. Important information. All right. Please like this video, share this video, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know if this video was helpful, and I will see you next time.